Police search warrant, open the door! Police search warrant, close authorised me, police search warrant!
What you're seeing is police seizing cannabis plants from a grow house, a modest home in a residential street where hundreds of thousands of dollars of marijuana was being grown.
This type of houses are not your everyday mum and dad's growing a couple of plants. These are backed by organised criminal syndicates.
This police operation is only targeting grow houses in southwestern Sydney, but since 2011 it has raided over 570 properties and seized more than 70,000 plants.
I don't know whether we're actually making a dent into it or not, because we could be disrupting one here today and another 4 or 5 could be popping up.
The drug syndicates these police are targeting are doing big business, and police say it's not just about cannabis.
The cannabis grow houses, the profits that they make from there can fuel other illegal activities, and that could mean importing other drugs through the border, manufacturing other drugs including ice. That's the potential danger.
A house like this one can yield over $1 million a year in cash. A single grow earns $250,000, and multiple grows are cycled throughout the year. Any given house will contain seedlings, such as these, as well as rooms full of plants.
The head of the syndicate, the top level, in one operation, depending on how many grow houses they've got, they have a potential of tens of millions of dollars in profit in the hands of organised crime.
A typical grow house will have its windows blacked out to hide the high-intensity lighting inside. Ventilation systems transfers the heat and smell of the plants upwards and away from the neighbours, while a network of hoses are usually connected to the bathroom to water the plants. So how does a criminal syndicate keep one of these houses from being detected? Well, they don't. Houses are frequently detected when energy providers notice excessive power use on a street with no apparent user. The lighting in a hydroponic setup like this requires a lot of power, which syndicates manage to steal by rewiring a grow house to bypass the meter. And it's dangerous inside too.
When you've got crops and generators within roofs of particularly old weatherboard buildings out in the southwest, the potential of fire, the potential of being electrocuted, you've got water, irrigation systems running all over the floor, you're walking into a death trap.
The profits are so great that when a grow house is raided, the losses are simply absorbed.
Where you've got, say, potentially 20 grow houses running at once, if you lose 1 or 2 or 3, it's not a huge dent in the profit.
A typical grow organisation is structured in 3 tiers, so the higher-ups can evade detection. Syndicate heads can collect the most revenue from a cannabis grow operation without ever setting foot in a grow house. That's because below them are facilitators, responsible for sourcing properties and providing equipment. They're electricians, plumbers, real estate agents, or loan brokers with the right connections to establish a profitable grow house. They are also a layer of cover between a syndicate head and the crop sitters at the bottom of the tree. It's the crop sitter's job to live in and provide security for the house, as well as to maintain the crop and harvest it once it's grown. Most crop sitters are found to be unlawful non-citizens from poor parts of Vietnam, lured by the opportunity to make a lot of easy money. They usually have no ties to Australia, speak very little English, and are very easily replaced, which makes them attractive to syndicates.
The organised crime tentacles, they can reach back home for them where they have got families. The threat of violence to their families often make them very, very scared to speak to the police.
This is what back home looks like. Many crop sitters are from poorer provinces, such as Hai Phong and Ny An. For a young Vietnamese person, such as Hoang Vu Yui, it was too much money to say no to.
Just the same guy. He come to harvest. I just clean up the house, and then he pay me more to water up the tree, and that's it.
Yui was 25 years old when he was arrested at a grow house in Melbourne and deported. There are hundreds more crop sitters like him, some arriving on fraudulent visas, and police want a whole-of-government response to the issue.
It's huge. It's a massive drain on our resources, many working parts behind it that could be better used somewhere else as well.